Premiere Pro can be funny sometimes. It's as shallow or deep as you want it to be. So many tools that help you create awesome videos are right at your fingertips. But there are so many tools that if you just knew how to look for would help you create your videos faster and more efficiently. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Those subtle, hidden things that if you implement into your workflow will help you become a faster and better editor. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? My name is Bobby Kowecki and welcome back to another video. If you like what you're seeing here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You follow me on the socials so you never miss out when I post a new video. So let's jump into Premiere Pro. The first thing we're going to be talking about is custom workspaces. Now, what this allows you to do is create a consistent template within Premiere Pro where all of your most used tools are right within reach so you never have to worry about going and searching for them. So if you're like me, and let's say you're someone who loves using the track mixer, well, all you would do is just come up here, go to Windows, and go to Audio Track Mixer. Great, now you've got the track mixer here. Well, let's say you want your Lumetri color panel all within your grasp, right? You don't want to have to tab over or anything like that. You'd go to Window and, well, then pretty easily you would just pull up Lumetri color. So this is what your workspace would look like. And you can customize yours any kind of way that suits you best. You can drag the windows around, whatever works. However, once you want to save it, you're just going to click on these three icons here and save as new workspace. We're just going to call this Bobby Most Used. Okay, great. So now every time I load into Premiere Pro, I can load up this workspace and I'll have everything in front of me where I need it. Which brings us to the next topic, and that is going to be creating a master file. Now, what is a master file? A master file is kind of like a custom workspace, but a file. If you're someone who creates videos on a consistent basis and wants all of their assets that you use for your videos, let's say an intro, a music you always use, in one place so you never have to go searching for it, creating a master file is exactly how you're going to do that. And I've already got my assets here that I use in pretty much all my videos, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to just drag those over into the media area here. And now I've got all of my stuff, right? I've got my hex code, which we'll talk about in a second. I've got my subscriber videos, and I've got my main video intro, right? So all of these assets will be stored within the master file. So no matter what video I'm working on, all of these videos, when I open up the master file, will be saved as that, right? So how do we save the master file? Well, that's pretty easy. We just go to save as a copy. And I already have master file built, but we would call it master file, right? Now, if we were editing a video and we had other assets pulled in, I would just drag it in, save the new video, and there you go. That would be the new episode of my show or the weekly update vlog, whatever it is you're filming, you would just create a new copy, save it as that, and save it to its own folder, which we'll talk about in a second. Now, I did touch on this just a bit. This is probably one of my favorite tools that I use, and if you're someone who runs social media for different brands, I highly recommend implementing this within your workflow because it speeds up time exponentially. This is a little kind of color swatch thing. You can make it up super easily. You can do it in Canva, you can do it in Photoshop, and it helps you establish a color palette for the brand you are working with or for your own videos if you want to keep the look cohesive. I never have to go searching for the hex code or the color picker or anything like that. It's always saved right there, right at my fingertips. Super quick way to speed up your edits. Next up, we're going to be talking about file organization within your folders. Now, I know that's not the most glamorous part of video editing, but it actually might be the most important. Creating a cohesive and easy to understand file system will make or break an edit. Now, this is just the way I file things, but feel free to do it however you want, right? So in this folder for this video we would be doing, you'll see I have some footage. Well, I would create a new folder and I'd call this footage. Great. From here, I just drop my footage in there. After that, I would create a folder called Adobe Files, and this is where all my Adobe files would live. Anything I'm doing in Premiere Pro, if I'm creating any thumbnails or anything like that in Photoshop, that's gonna live in here as well. After Effects, Audition, it's all going to live within the Adobe files. Great. Then I'm going to make a folder for music, a folder for exports, and a folder for thumbnails. Which, if you really want, you can bundle that in with the exports. I just like having everything in front of me there, right? So now this whole folder is ready to be dragged into Premiere Pro. So the first thing we're going to be doing here is bringing my footage folder in here. And because we're working in my master file, I'm now going to save this as a copy. I'm going to go over to File, Save as a Copy, and call this YouTube Video. And that's going to live within the Adobe Files folder that I just created. Boom. So now when I want to open up this specific project, I would go to that specific folder. But when I create the project itself, I would create it from the master file. It might be tricky at first, but will save you a lot of time in the long run. All right, so here we have my video. I've colored it. Everything is exactly the way I want it to be. It's time to export. Now, this is a quick little tip here that actually will save you a ton of time and headaches when it comes to exporting and publishing your videos to online platforms. And that's actually just using the presets that Premiere Pro has already built in to export your videos, right? That way you don't have to worry about how your video is going to look with YouTube compression, Twitter compression, whatever it is. Your video is already sent out in that file format. So if, let's say, you're going to YouTube, this video is in Ultra 4K, great. From there, I would just hit export and send it to YouTube. Within my exports folder, you can create your file structure however it is that you want. And from there, you're golden. And there you go. Just a few tips to help you speed up your editing process to turn those projects around much faster and more efficiently. These are things that I use in my everyday here at work. But if there's any ones that I missed that you know, I would love to know about them as well. I'm sure everyone else would love to know in the comments, so drop those down below. And if you like videos like this, let me know there as well. But until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see y'all again real soon.